thank you for joining us on, on this very special day. I think it's very important that that we're all here today, because I think I want to share the experience of Tamasha. I want to share the experience of the music of Tamasha. Um, I think it's very, very, I think it's sort of a landmark in one's career when, you make a movie and Rahman sir can, compose and make music for your film. And it's definitely been one of my most special film experiences, because I think as an actor, I always wanted to work with the team of being directed by Imtiaz and working with Ranbir as a co-star and have Rahman sir make the music. And I think for me, this is just that dream project that, every actor hopes for in their career. So this is that. And today is really, I think, just about talking about the music. I want all of you to have a fun time, because we've had a great time making this film, and especially while shooting the songs. And yes, I think, again, I think the music has been a very, very important part of all our movies. I think that's what makes Indian movies very, very unique. As compared to films around the world, I think music plays a very, very important part of all our films, and I think it's the same for Tamasha. So I think let's start with talking to you about my favorite song from the film. Actually, why don't you tell me what your favorite song is, and let me... And what do you think my favorite song is? And why do you say that? अगर तुम साथ हो फ्रेंडली गाना है, रेडियो फ्रेंडली गाना है. No. No. Okay. Yes. So it is Agar Tum Saath Ho. And you, because you won, you get a chance to do the Matar Gashti step with me. At when we talk about Matar Gashti, then you'll come and we'll all dance. So can we see a little bit of Agar Tum Saath Ho first before we talk about it? Huh? Come. So yes, that's my favorite song. And I think even when we tweeted about it, we spoke about, I think this song really reminds you of, is really, I think, for people who've ever been in love or experienced love. And I think to share that experience, and I don't think I'd be able to do this evening all by myself. And so I want to introduce you to someone. You want to say hi to everyone? Do they know?
Hi guys, hi. Am I here? Hi. Hi guys, hi Deepika. Deepika, thank you for hosting this event and inviting me. I was just saying Agar Tum Saath Ho while you were talking about it. When we are hugging and I'm trying to go, I think in few shots I had in my mind, I really wanted to pee badly. And that really helped me to I have to go.
Dude, I was crying, okay? I was crying and you were thinking of peeing.
I had like 4 liters of water that day, so you know how it is.
See, this is how all men are, right? I mean, why don't you tell us what your favorite part of this song was, other than wanting to go to the loo?
I think just the way Imtiaz conceived the song, we shot it like a scene. It wasn't shot like a song. And I think the song we shot it to was actually a happy song. So it was you this way and me this way, and the juxtaposition of a happy song was quite different. It was quite new, and so it was fun. But like I said, you had to really indulge in the emotion of cathartic heartbreak and just seeing you take after take, just giving it all, and you
Keep
know,
it
playing the
simple,
entire
bro. Keep
scene.
it simple. Keep it simple.
Huh? No, nicely, I'm complimenting you, and just to keep it
Yeah.
simple. Anyway. So yeah, so it was nice. The experience was very. It wasn't like a song; it was like a scene, and I think it was good fun. What about you?
I was just sharing with them that it's my favorite song. I
Hmm.
think I've always been, and I've always said this. I'm always drawn to love stories, and I think though I have to share with you all when we were shooting this song, Ranbir, if you remember, we actually filmed the song to a completely different song.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The happy song.
Keep quiet.
It
Happy
was
in
a
your
happy
head.
song, no?
Yeah, because you were thinking about the food that they were serving in that
No,
restaurant
no, no.
and you wanted to go to the loo. But so we had shot to a completely different song. And then, of course, I think Imtiaz sir and Rahman sir felt like they wanted to change the track. And then we ended up making Agar Tum Saath Ho eventually. Um, I remember when we shot this song, do you remember blocking it
Hmm.
in the hotel room? So Imtiaz sir is someone who likes to do a lot of rehearsals. He likes to do a lot of blocking. So we were shooting, we were staying at this hotel, and so we've actually rehearsed the song. So that entire dining table, not dining table, but that whole table sequence that you see is where we had to rehearse the whole thing, and he wanted it to be a certain way. He wanted it to be that, you know, these two people trying to sort of, one is trying to detach and walk away from the situation, and the other one's trying to sort of just hold on to whatever little she can. And sort of, so we blocked it. He wanted like the actors to move a certain way, but then he also kind of let us free flow and left room for improvisation. So that's how we've shot most of the songs, but also a lot of the
Deepika,
scenes
actually,
have been shot
Deepika,
like that.
sorry to cut in, but yeah, we did this in the hotel. But I think 2 months before in Imtiaz's office, we actually
Oh,
played the
yes.
end part of the song,
The end,
where
yeah, the last bit. Do we have that bit actually? We
no, it's
don't
not
have
that.
that. So when you see the movie, there's the last bit where I actually finally find him hiding from me because he's trying to hide from the situation and he's trying to hide from the whole thing. And Imtiaz sir was stuck. He said, I bring these two characters up to this point, and then after that, I want both of you to just take it forward from there. I don't know what to do with this. And so he sort of took us into the office here in Bombay, and he made us play it out, and we tried out different options of how the song can end. So what you see in the film finally is something that was not, we had not planned it. It just kind of, was free flowing, and it, I'm going to give the actors credit for that. So yes, I think that's Agar Tum Saath Ho. I'm glad we started this evening with that song because it happens to be my most favorite song. It's also the most popular song right now, and I want to share with all of you that it's also the entire album is trending and very very popular. I think online as well as on the radio. Anything else you want to share before we move on to? Should we
हीर
move
तो
on?
बड़ी तो
हीर तो
हीर
बड़ी
तो
sad
बड़ी
hai.
सैड है हाँ.
Okay. Um, so Imtiaz's whole take on Heer To Badi Sad Hai was um, it a sad song without it being obviously sad. I think he could have very easily, and he does that very beautifully. Whether you see in Rockstar, whether you see in Love Aajkal, um, he's someone who can very easily bring out beautiful like sad songs from a music composer, and Rahman sir is someone who does that fantastically. But keeping the theme of Tamasha in mind and the fact that, let's not intentionally do something different, but how else can we interpret sadness? And for a lot of people, I feel like sadness is not always about locking yourself up in a room and crying and breaking down. A lot of people express sadness in a very, very different way. And I think that was his idea of Heer To Badi Sad Hai. And life for this girl becomes very, very monotonous. So she's experienced this person, she's come back, she kind of, she's trying to move on with her life. But life sort of becomes routine and mundane, and she goes to the same places. It's like being in the same city, you can't get this person out of your head, and you keep going back to the same places, you're moving on with your life. but the same thoughts keep coming back, and the soul from her starts leaving her, in a sense, you know. So she starts, the juice from her is going out. So she's going to these places, it's Christmas time, you know, everyone around her is celebrating, and she's dressed up, she's ready because it's Christmas, but it's not coming from within. There's no life left.